Pick a color we like. That feels pretty good right there. In today's video, we are creating 3 unique lighting looks with the Aputure INFINIBAR multi-light shaping kit. We're going over 3 different configurations using Aputure's different mounting types, as well as showing you some of the unique features that you can find with the Sidus Link app. My name is Andrew. Welcome to the Lens Rentals channel. For this very first look, I'm going to be creating depth in my image with straight lines utilizing Aputure's straight bar connector. And while we're at it, let's break down the PB6 INFINIBAR light. The INFINIBAR PB6 is a 2-foot 14-watt LED light with 48 individual pixels. It comes with 9 built-in effects like Fireworks 2, Faulty Bulb 2, Cop Car 3. The list is pretty extensive. Alongside of the color effects, there are also 7 pixel effects like Color Cycle, 2 Color Chase, and Rainbow. Hey, don't forget that all of these lights behind me, the rigging, everything is available to rent at lensrentals.com. You don't have to worry about breaking the bank when you can just rent them and test them out. And then you don't have to worry about like having all this gear in your space. So check out the page, get your hands on them, rent them. Link down below. Setup is easy as each connector pin has 3 screws and a power node that aligns with the back of each light. The magnet is powerful and kept catching my wrench, but simply align and fasten the connector into place. And this allows me to get interesting angles with my lights and also conveys more depth in my image. Up next, I want to talk about the flat and 3D square lighting setup. For this setup, I'm going to be using the PB6 as well as the PB12 Aputure INFINIBAR lights. The INFINIBAR PB12 essentially is the same thing, except it is a 4-foot long, 27-watt LED light with 96 individual pixels. The PB12 shares all of the same effects that I already went over in the PB6, and it should be mentioned that all of these INFINIBAR lights have incredibly powerful magnets that can stick to surfaces that otherwise may be tricky to get lights into. Nice. Building out the flat and 3D square is as simple as connecting the straight connector. Essentially, once you've built one Aputure rig, you can build all of them with the INFINIBAR light. The looks you can get with the square and 3D square are unique, and I wanted to make sure you saw what each one looked like and how you might utilize them in your own production settings. One thing that is really important to mention is what happens when you connect all of these lights together. On these mounting brackets, we have 3 screws and then this little power node right here. Well, there's a power node on each side, meaning that every light you connect to has DC pass-through power, which means that you can power these lights on 1 or 2 AC adapters if you don't want to run out the battery. So the very last connection we're going to build out is what I'm lovingly calling the windmill, which is right behind me. And this is made with the 6-way flat connector. Now, check this out. We also have a 3-way flat connector and a 4-way flat connector if we need different looks. The connection process is exactly the same as the other connectors with one key difference. You see, these spin, but when you're installing your lights, you don't always want this to spin. The 3, 4, and 6-way connectors have a bearing on their back, which allows the spin to happen. And there's also set screws that you can tighten to prevent it from spinning further. My key takeaway when I was setting up this look was essentially that this should be manned by a grip operator to ensure that 1, the light don't go crashing down, and 2, to provide the spin. The 6-way connector is not motorized, so I mean, I understand that, but I also kind of wish that it was. It would be nice to be able just to have the thing spinning behind me, but I digress. One of the most powerful features that Aputure offers any of its users in a lot of their lights is the connection through the Sidus Link app. I was able to pair all of these lights behind me like you saw in the beginning of this video, and you can cycle through a multitude of effects, colors, you can change your intensity, you can power them all off and on at the same time. It is a powerful light, and it gives you some really fun looks. So there you have it, 3 unique lighting setups with the Aputure INFINIBAR multi-light shaping kit. I can see these being used on music videos. I can see these being used on short films, specifically like sci-fi or action films. And I could also see you just throwing a light up if you need a simple key in a tight space. It's really really great. I hope this video was helpful. I hope it got you inspired to build out your own lighting rigs with the Aputure INFINIBAR multi-light shaping kit. And if you do, make sure you tag us on Instagram, TikTok, wherever you want to post it, and we will come and check it out. And my friends, that is a wrap. Get your hands on some of this gear, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.